something completely different.
Right here, speaking of breakups, I love me some older women. I think everybody knows that. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Kristin Cavallari and her 24-year-old boyfriend broke up. And I think the clip I played a few weeks ago of the paparazzi asking her if they were going to have kids, I think that really sped up the process.
Whoa! Happy hot topic! Kristin Cavallari and Mark Estes are calling it quits.
I thought it was Cavallari. Cavallari?
Kristin Cavallari and Mark Estes are calling it quits. After less than a year of dating, multiple outlets have learned that the Hills alum and the Montana Boys TikToker are officially over, with Kristen even confirming the news during a live Call Her Daddy episode in Austin, Texas.
That Call Her Daddy show in Texas looked lit.
Kristen and Mark first debuted their relationship in February of 2024.
There's nothing better than being in your early 20s and hanging out with a MILF.
When the 37-year-old posted a selfie on Instagram, writing in the caption, "He makes me happy." Then in March, the reality star then opened up during an episode of her podcast about the first time she saw the 24-year-old on TikTok and what it was like meeting him in person.
She's like, I must have sex with you because I'm having a midlife crisis.
Back in like September, I think it was, I'm scrolling TikTok and I stumble upon this boy group. I guess you could call them the Montana Boys.
Please don't say that ever again.
What do you call them?
No, it's good. Keep going. I just,
This TikTok boy group. So I go, holy shit. Who are these guys? Because they're so hot. But specifically this one, who I'm going to refer to as Montana, I send it to you and we're both like, this is the hottest guy we've ever seen. But
I gotta go give him head.
when I met him, I was like, he's actually a really nice, good guy. He's very sweet. From the jump, he was so sweet to me. Like the very first thing he said to me when we were standing there and like just met, he was like, you're like really pretty.
Oh, that's such an original compliment. She must have never got compliments from Jay Cutler.
It was just like so sweet.
And despite receiving some backlash over their 13-year age gap,
if you're giving him backlash, you should be applauding him. That man is a legend. In his 20s, he got to have sex with Kristin Cavallari. You're all jealous.
they simply turned the other cheek.
Yeah, he turned that cheek from behind.
Earlier this month, the two actually got candid on the intimate elements of their relationship on a September 3rd episode of her podcast.
That was my birthday.
I mean, yeah, you're the best. Yeah, like the best sex I've ever had, for sure.
Yeah, the older women, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, they always know what they're doing. The cougars. 856-49-HOPPY. Kristin Cavallari, hit me up. Oh, we're gonna have sex right when these podcasts end.
Why?
I like that.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
I actually didn't know that. You've never said that to me.
I just thought you would assume that.
Well, we've talked about how great our sex is,
Oh, she must be phenomenal.
but you've never like point blank just been like, you're the best I've ever had.
Best I ever had. You the best.
Really?
I don't know. I mean,
All right. I have that saying, if I'm bored, you are bored. And that sounds like a vapid conversation. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. I do love Kristin Cavallari. I feel bad that she was married to Jay Cutler from the Chicago Bears. About 11 years ago, Jay Cutler every Monday after a football game would go to a local bar with the Waddle and Sylvie show, which is the most Chicago-sounding name ever. And he would do like kind of like a show where they interviewed him, and he didn't want to meet any of the fans, but his ex-wife, Kristin Cavallari, was the friendly one. And that's when I knew we had a problem. Houston, we have a problem. When your wife is more friendlier than you are to the people who are paying to see you live, you're kind of a scumbag. Did you know I don't like Jay Cutler? I'm not sure if you can tell.
Happy hour. Happy hour.